Welcome to academic digest class. So you see, this is kilometer. So hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, millimeter. So this one is special. In fact, anytime you hear micro something, just know that that thing is talking about 1 million or 10 raised to power 6. So if I say like micro coulomb, it simply means that 1 million micro coulomb will be equals to coulomb. So if I say micrometer, it means that 1 million micrometer is equals to 1 meter. So you need to know that. So micro simply means 10 raised to power 6, or it simply means, you say it simply means 1 million. And nano means 10 raised to power 9. So it simply means 1 billion. So if I say nanometer, it simply means 1 billion meter. Yes. So 1 billion nanometer is equals to 1 meter. So if I say picometer, it means 10 raised to power 12. That should be trillion. So it simply means trillion. I need you to note that. That's why I drafted it. So if I hear microjoules, simply means 1 million joules, or you say 1 million microjoules is equals to 1 joules. So that's why I drafted it out. Anytime you hear micro, nano, or pico. Another one I want you to know is also what we call milli. Milli. Anytime you hear milli, it simply means 10 raised to power 3. So for example, if I say millimeter, it means 1000 millimeter makes 1 meter. If I say millicoulombs, it means 1000 millicoulombs makes 1 coulomb. So it means thousands. I say 1000. So I want you to know this. So now let's come here at this point, millimeter. I normally tell my students, if I'm at, I normally do like this. I say, going this way for division, then coming this way for multiplication. That's why you need to know it. So if I'm giving like an example now, let's say they give me 100 millimeter. 100 millimeter is simply move, and they want me to convert it to centimeter. 100 millimeter to centimeter will simply say, if I come here and say this is 1, this is 0, you see that I have 1 and 0, 10. So I'll say moving up this way is division, so I'll divide by 10. So that means that 100 millimeter is equals to 10 centimeter. Let's say I am having 70 millimeter and I need to convert it to meter. All I'll simply say is to say, let this be 0, 1. Let this be 0, let this be 0, let this be 0. How many zeros? 3 zeros and then 1. So I'll divide by 1000. So you see that this will now be 1, 2, that is 0.07. I'm seeing it in meter. So you need to always note that. So if, for example, I am given maybe 60 centimeter, 60 centimeter, it will see, and they tell me convert 60 centimeter to meter. I'll simply say, call this part 1, 0, 0. How many zeros? 2 zeros and 1. So I'll divide by 100. So I'll now have 0.6 in meter. So you see it. So that's why I said moving up division, coming down. So let's say I have something. So it's more like saying, let me do this way. So I don't know, if you look at it, you should understand what I've done here. So it's more like saying if I'm moving from millimeter to kilometer, I'll divide by how many zeros? 3 zeros, 1 million. That means that 1 million millimeter is equals to 1 kilometer. If I'm moving from centimeter to kilometer, you see that I have how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 100,000 centimeter is equals to 1 kilometer. So, or you say, if I'm giving anything in any of these down, I will divide. But let's say I'm giving something in kilometer now. Let's say I have 1,000. Let's say I have 2 kilometer now, and they're asking me to convert it to, let's say, meter. You see that if I want to convert this to meter now, I'll say let this part be 1, let this part be 0, let this part be 0, let this part be 0. How many zeros to get to meter? 3 zeros, and then you see 1 here. So and you know that coming down is multiplication. That means that I have to multiply this by 1,000, which means that 2 kilometer is simply 2,000 meter. Are you seeing it? So the same way we went up doing division, it simply means that if I'm coming down now, I'll be doing, to come this way, I'll be doing, so, but this one might be confusing. So that is why you need to know that kilometer is the highest. So that is why I don't normally tell my students go this way. Rather, take it from the bottom to top, so that it will be easy for you to convert. So that if I'm giving, let's say, if I don't want to employ this formula, I just need to know that, okay, from this I've been able to identify that 1 million millimeter is equals to 1 kilometer. And then maybe 1,000 meter is equals to 1 kilometer. I start from the bottom so that I can now say, if for example I say, if I am given 2 kilometer, for example, and I know that 2 kilometer, I don't know the x meter, but I know that 1 kilometer is equals to 1,000 meter. I can just say cross multiply. You see it, so that 2 kilometer will times 1,000 meter equals to 1 kilometer times x meter. And since it's meter I'm converting to, I can say kilometer here, cancel kilometer here. Then I now have 1,000 times 2 is 2,000 meter. That means that the x meter I'm looking for is equals to 2,000 meter. So it's best this way. Any question, any more question on this, you put it on the comment section. Bless.